This conference will now be recorded.
Hi, hello all. Welcome to the next session on SAP ABAP, the data dictionary. And in the data dictionary, we have seen different concepts till now, right? So, what exactly the database and so what is the database? Database is used to store the data permanently in the hard disk level. That database means it's in the hard disk level. And so the concept which is going to cover in SAP is the database concept called data dictionary. So in the data dictionary and which is used to manage all the database objects. So we have some kind of DB statements. If you want to design any database, so in SQL, in structured query language, we have different kind of DB statements. So one is the data definition language. So this is used to define your database objects. To define your database objects, we are going to use a DDL, and we use DML to insert the data, to update the data, to delete the data, and we use DQL to fetch the data from the database, and we use the DCL to control, to provide a security to your data, and to provide a data consistency we are going to use TCL, transactional control, to control your data. When you are updating, we use TCL. And so database table is in a combination of columns and rows, and which is used to store the data permanently in the database level. And columns are nothing but fields, and rows are nothing but records. And there are two types of approaches to create a database table. One is the bottom to top approach, and another one is the top to bottom approach, guys. And also, when you want to create a table, and so we need to have a table is nothing but combination of columns, and we have different columns. And if you want to create a column, definitely the column will be, we are going to store some specific data. So the data attributes are different, technical attributes are different. Some data can be, we can store only characters, some data we can store the price, some data we can store the date. Okay, so if you want to provide a technical characteristics to the field, and we are going to create a domain. So domain provides a technical characteristics of a field. And data element, so guys, field names we don't create with the very big names. We only create with the short names. Normally SAP follows file length characters. So, but if you want to provide a field description of a field, we are going to use a data element. So data element provides a field label or field description of a field, and also it provides a documentation. And next one, guys, and it provides a domain. So this kind of things will be provided by data element. We have a lot of things we can do that we will see in the next sessions. And this is exactly the domain data element and a database table. And exactly this is my table, guys. You have seen exactly how it look like. We have the field names, we have the columns, we have the rows, and we have the data. And whenever you create in a table, there are different tabs. The first tab is the delivery and maintenance. In the delivery and maintenance, we are going to provide a delivery class. And also the delivery class, it provides how you can transport the data into the different systems. And also the delivery class is used uh, 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 to install and upgrade and client copy. Whenever you do it, this is used. And there are different kind of delivery classes, right? So A means application and transactional data, and these two are important, guys. This is a customizing table, guys. Customizings and configurations, we are going to use customizing tables. And yes, we have different kind of possible values for this delivery class, and we have a application and transactional data. And so if you want to get possible values, we do a F4 on the field. You will get a possible values for any field, not only the delivery class. So if you are a the what is this, so you have a spectacle option. That means you are going to find the results, the possible values. And so the F4 provides a search help list of possible values. The F1 provides a documentation of a field, guys. Maybe I already mentioned, guys, those things. So this is my delivery class. And delivery maintenance allowed, we have three kind of options. Delivery maintenance, table maintenance allowed. That means, so by using dictionary, so like dictionary means SE11, SE16, SE16, and everything comes into the dictionary. And SM30, we can insert the data, we can update the data, we can delete the data, we can display the data. But if it is table maintenance not allowed, you cannot display or you cannot manipulate the data into the database table by using data dictionary. But we can do the things by using the programmatically, we can update it, programmatically we can display the data, guys. So that's the table maintenance not allowed. The table maintenance allowed with restrictions. You cannot manipulate the data, but you can display the data, guys. You see, most of the standard tables are table maintenance allowed with restrictions, guys. Most of the tables, 90% of the tables you can see. So this is the option they do it. So they will not allow you to enter the data via SE11. Maybe programmatically you can update it, and but you can display it. You can display the data by using the data dictionary tools like SE11, SE16, SE16, and SM30, guys. So we can assign the fields option. Yes, we can assign the fields, and also uh, we can provide the data consistency, like is that field is primary key or not, right? So we can provide a primary key in the field section, and also you can assign the foreign keys, right? You can assign the foreign keys and primary keys. What exactly the primary key? So it is in a column or a combination of columns which are unique and not null, and that means we can maintain only unique records for the primary key. You cannot have any duplicate records for the primary keys. And so the combination of columns, I can say it's in a one key, guys. So let's say if I have one field, that is in a one key, and suppose if I have two fields, the two fields become only one key, guys. And suppose if I have three fields will become a, the combination of the columns will become a one primary key. So maybe how many primary keys I can maintain in a database table, guys? So this is also one question, certification question. How many primary keys we can maintain in DB table? Tell me now, how many primary keys we can maintain logically? Think. So if it is one field, one primary key. If it is maintained two columns, the two columns will become on a one key. If it is in a three columns will become on a one key. If it is in a four columns will become on a one key. And if it is columns, the combination will become on a one key. So tell me, so maximum how many primary keys? Maximum how many? Huh? Huh? Four? No, just I give an example for. Okay. So tell me how many primary keys we can maintain in a database table. I said one column, it's a one primary key. Two columns, the combination will become one primary key. Three columns, three columns, perfect answer. It's in a one key only. So you can have the combination is only one key, guys. See, I said one column, one primary key. Two columns also the combination will become one key. Three columns, the combination will become one key. Four columns, the combination will become one key. So the maximum you can have one table is in a one key, guys. The combination, that's why my definition is it is in a column or combination of columns. Maybe if it is 10, the 10 columns will become only one key, guys. So maybe my 10 columns are like this. One column 100, 10, iPhone, some B, C, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, E, A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. This is my data. Just I am giving example. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So how many columns now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 columns, guys. The total, the 10 values, the combination of 10 columns. Now I will join, guys. See, this is my 10 columns. I am combining all 10 columns, and this is my key, guys. It becomes, see, delete the space. Now 10 columns, the combination of 10 columns is a key, guys. This is my, it provides my uniqueness. 10 columns will provide a one uniqueness, guys. So that's a one key. But how many maximum number of columns we can assign as primary keys. So I said, so one column, one key, second column, third column. I selected one column primary key, second column primary key, third column primary key. So maybe like this. So maybe I go to the standard table, VBAC. What is VBAC table, guys? What header table? Huh? Hmm. Sales order header table or inquiry header table or quotation header table. Okay. So off answer. Huh? So yesterday I told, right, very important that the slides are very okay. I will go to that. So maybe one column I enabled primary key, second column, third column, fourth column, fifth column, sixth column, seventh column, eighth column, ninth column, 10th column, 11th column, 12th, like that. So there is a limitation how many maximum columns I can enable as a primary keys. So the maximum keys we can enable are 16, guys. The answer is 16 columns. Okay, we can assign as a primary keys maximum. And okay, then table maintenance generator, yes, when you suppose when you don't maintain the table maintenance generator, you cannot maintain the data in SM30. You have to maintain in SE 11 only. The one thing. The second thing is, so whenever you maintain the data in SE 11, so you are going to enter the data record by record, so which is not good. So user will not like it. So if you want to maintain the data in a single shot, multiple records in a single shot, just user would like to do in a control Excel, control C, control V, that's it. So I can maintain n number of entries in a single shot. Maybe the Vinod is doing that kind of activities. You are going to maintain number of entries in a Excel, right? You are going to do some kind of manipulations in the Excel, right? So normally these people will do, non-technical people. So they do in the Excel, but if they want to use software, then they don't want to maintain record by record in the SAP. Just I put in a control C, I put in a control V. So we are going to maintain n number of records in a single shot. So if you want to do that, we have to maintain the TMG, table maintenance generator. And the transaction code to maintain the table maintenance generators are, so two ways. One is the menu navigation table, utilities, and the table maintenance generator. And the transaction code SE54 to create, SE55 to change. And authorization group, which provides, which talks about the DCL, data control language, which provides a net security on the data. And we can assign the roles. So with that roles, then only that users can assign the data to that table. The other users cannot they can display the data, but they cannot maintain the data in that table. And then master data and transactional data, it is a rarely changed data is the master data, and frequently changed data is the customer transactional data. And so, and guys, so always when you create in a table, we are assigning in a data element. So without a data element, can we assign it? Yes, you can create in a table without a data element, but the problem is you cannot get in a field description, and you cannot get an F1, you cannot get an F4, guys. So the the technical attributes you cannot get, and you are going to see a plus symbol in the SM30. Even the plus symbol, when you don't maintain the field description also, you are going to get a plus symbol in the SM30. And I have created one table with 5 fields, and I generated a table maintenance generator. Later, after 1 month, I have added 2 more fields. So what happens? So you will not get that newly added fields into your table maintenance generator. If you want to get that, you need to regenerate the table maintenance generator, guys. So next relationship is the foreign key relationship, and we have two database tables. So one is the foreign key table, and another one is the check table. And so whenever you want to see, guys, see, this is my sales order table, this is my customer table. So without a customer data, so can you create a sales order? It's not possible. You should be having a customer data. So if you want to do any validation, definitely you have to maintain a foreign key relationship. It provides a relationship between the two database tables. And so whenever you enter the data into your foreign key table, it will check the data in the check table. If the data exists in the check table, then it is okay, it will allow. And if the data does not exist in the check table, and it is going to throw an error whenever you maintain the data in the foreign key table. That's a foreign key relationship, guys. And prerequisite is to check the to provide a foreign key relationship, that check table field should be in a primary key field, and the domain name of the foreign key field in the foreign key table should be equal to the domain name of the primary key field in the check table, guys. That's the two conditions. And most important, sales and distribution, guys. Yesterday, and one of my student interview, they asked what exact first question, what is the sales and distribution flow? Okay, yesterday only I explained my one of the student, they asked the question, first question, what is the sales and distribution flow? Okay, so sales starts with, this is the way you need to explain. Sales starts with inquiry. Simple, guys. So simply explain. So see, whenever if you want to buy something, definitely we we inquire about the product. So even the whenever if you want to sell any product, the sale starts with the inquiry. Yes, well, based on the inquiry, maybe we choose some store or some online e-commerce site, and when we go to that site or dealer, they are going to provide a quotation. So yes, after the inquiry, the next process is the quotation and the transaction for the inquiry. To create an inquiry VA11, to change the inquiry VA12, to display the inquiry VA13, and the database table, header table is the VBAC, and item table is the VBAP. So I can take 10 minutes of the time to explain this. And next is the quotation process. And to create a quotation, the transaction code is the VA21. To change the quotation, the transaction code is the VA22. To display the quotation, the transaction code is the VA23. And the table is VBAC, and header table is VBAC, item table is the VBAP. And next process, when you see the quotation based on the discounts, based on the price, based on the configuration, I choose the best product, best company or best e-commerce site. Online site is nothing but an e-commerce site. So there I am going to order my product. Then after the quotation, the process is the sales order. To create a sales order VA01, to change the sales order VA02, to display the sales order VA03. The tables are VBAC and VBAP. Maybe the question is for the inquiry, quotation and order, the tables are same. Header table is VBAC, item table is VBAP. But how can you differentiate whether it is an inquiry, whether it is a quotation, or whether it is an order? Based on the order type, we are going to distinguish or differentiate between the whether it is an inquiry or quotation or an um, order. Then once you order it, no company or no commerce site will deliver the product with a free of cost, and you need to invoice the product. And when you pay the amount, you are going to get receive the product. That process we call it's a delivery. So maybe it's a one-time customer or normal customers. If it is an high priority customer or a dealer, first companies, big companies are going to deliver the products first and invoice the products later. They are going to do the invoice or billing later. And to create a delivery VL01, and to change the delivery VL02, and to display the delivery VL03, and the tables are LIKP and LIPS. And the invoice, to create an invoice VF01, to change the invoice VF02, to display the invoice VF03, and the header table is VBRK and item table is VBRP. Apart from this, we have almost next to 40 tables. Slowly we'll learn it, but this is a basic thing. You should be able to explain in this way. That's it, great. You definitely will impress with your way of answering. Okay, so this is the way you need to explain it, guys. And whenever you want to create a sales order, definitely you must have two dependent things. One is the customer and another one is the material. So material is required to order the product. A product means material, and customer information is required. The customer master data is required. And how can you create the customers? So that transaction code is XD01, XD02, XD03. So it's a create, change, display. The tables are KNA1. For the master table, it's a check table, I can say. Always master tables we use as in a check tables, guys. Always the master tables we use as in a check tables. And company code table, company code data will stored in KNB1. Sales org data will be stored in KNV1. And bank table, bank data, account data will be stored in the KNBK. For the customers, for the materials, so we have master, if you want to create a material, yesterday we have created some materials, right? So mm01 to create the material, and mm02 to change the material, and mm03 to display the material. And Mara is the database table, and it's a check table. And Marcy to store the plan data, Mardi to store storage location data, MEKE to store in a sales arc data, guys. This is a total sales and distribution flow, the transactions, the database tables. We are going to run all our programs with by using these database table, these transactions, guys. Very important, these two slides. Okay, so please take a print out of this my PPT and trim it. Maybe you can ask the printer shop, they are going to trim this PPT, and you can print. And whenever you come in the bus or whenever you come in the metro, please read my PPTs. Please read my PPTs. You will get in a time pass instead of listening the songs. Okay, with the headphones, please read my PPT, guys. Okay, so that's the thing. That's the way you need to practice. That's the way you need to learn the things. When you want to achieve something, so you have to put your efforts, guys. Your hard efforts you need to put when you are learning. So once you achieve your goal, then you can enjoy. Then you can use headphones. You can use Bluetooth headphones. You can do whatever you want. But when you are learning, when you want to achieve something, you have to put hard efforts. Maybe I will give 6 months of time. Put hard efforts. 6 months of time of your time, guys. That's it. So that 6 months of time will you can survive the next of maybe I can say 6 to the next to 16 years, I can say. Okay, so that's the thing. So technical settings, whenever you want to activate the technical settings, so just I want to get in a sentence, guys. That's why I told not 16 years. You can survive easily next 30 years, no problem. Okay, that I can guarantee it. Okay, with this technology, you can easily survive because so almost SAP R3 ECC is there since 1992. 1992 means 7 plus 19 years. Now almost 20. We are coming into the 2020 in the next 1 month. 20 plus 7, 27 years it is there. Now the product S4HANA is coming up, so that definitely it will be stay for the next 30 years, I can say, because in the S4HANA, even before SAP, there is no UI technology. There is no UI technology. That means I cannot build I cannot access my SAP data um, by using the UI applications. So I am going to show some of the UI applications. Maybe I will share. um so what exactly the SAP now? Just give me 2 minutes. I'm going to enable the screen again. So I take it out. Okay. Yeah. So guys, who is recording from another side? Please don't do recording from your end, guys. So which is not acceptable. Okay. So please don't record from your side. Please stop the recording. Please stop the recording from your end. Okay. My sincere request. You should not record from your end. Okay. So I can get it, guys. I can get the information who is recording easily. Okay. I'm the administrator. Okay. I will come to know who is recording. Please stop the recording from your end. It's a business,
I
guys. I
already
should not. Huh? Hello.
I did, sir.
Who did? No, I don't
I
bother.
Sai
Who?
Kumar.
No, whoever did, I don't bother. Please stop the recording. That's
Yeah,
it. Because I don't want to disclose the
I have
name.
just.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's it. Thank you. So it's all business, guys. I need to follow some security because I have my own content which is prepared for uh, from the 14 to 15 years of my experience. So which is all my hard efforts. So I don't want to give that hard efforts. Maybe you can utilize it. You can get the knowledge from me. But because of some other, even I see the people, fraud people are there. So they sell my content to the other institute. That's what I have observed. That's why I don't want to give that kind of information to the others. Okay.
Actual,
So that kind, no. I'm not
sorry, sir.
so sorry. No, I'm not talking about you. I know about you, but some people are there. That kind of business they do it here, guys. So here there are a lot of
Actually, I
business.
thought to re-listen again. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm not talking about you. So because
Okay.
so I don't want to give that option to anyone. Okay, that's my security
Okay.
point of view.
Okay.
Okay, so data
Sorry,
security,
sir. I won't do it.
ECL concept I need to implement. Okay, yeah,
Okay, sir.
because right, information is very important. Wealth,
Okay,
yeah.
sir. I won't
So
do again.
yeah. Okay, no problem. That's because I need to tell you because you don't know,
Okay.
right? So I have to tell the information. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So whatever you want, ask me. I am going to give it to you. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So here you can see, guys, this is my UI application. Okay. So before it's not possible to access the SAP application. See, I'm running a application on the browser. So entirely UI application, UI based application. So just if you have internet, I can access this application from mobile. I can access this application from tablet. I can access this application from the desktop. Just you need to have an internet. Just if you go to beach also, I can do an approval process. I can order the things. Okay, very flexible, comfortable, and device switch functionality. And just go, you are going to get the data. See, I'm going to get the data. I can choose whatever I want. I can release it. Okay, so not only this, we have the analytical application, a lot of things coming up in SAP S4HANA. So if you learn this technology, next 30 years you can easily survive it, guys. So that I can guarantee. I know the importance of this in the SAP. So the UI applications, this concept we call it's an SAP UI5 and Fury, which is over there. The second concept, first ABAP, just we are learning the ABAP. The next concept is SAP UI5 and Fury. So that also we are going to learn it, but you need to put on a lot Hello. Hello.
Hearing, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So, this is what we discussed in the last class. So we are in the very basic levels, guys. We are learning the basics now. So we are learning the data dictionary concept. And so here, the one more thing is technical settings are mandatory. If you want to activate in a table, it will ask for the technical settings. If you don't maintain the technical settings, you cannot activate your database table. And so, guys, whenever you do in a syntax check, it doesn't give any error if you don't maintain the technical settings. But when you activate it, it will ask the technical settings, guys. Even this is also entry question. So whenever I do in a syntax checks, can you get any, suppose if I don't maintain technical settings, did you get any error? You have to say no, we don't get an but when you activate it, we are going to get an it will ask to maintain the technical settings, guys. That's an entry question, one of the entry question. That's why I am going to cover all the entry questions, possible questions also, guys. So you have to strive, you have to survive yourself, guys. So that's the uh, thing. And next thing is in the data dictionary, the concept. And then next real-time concept, one more, guys. So the clienting concept. See what exactly the clienting concept. So I go to the SM30. I maintain where is the what is the table, guys? GEDZ. See GEDZ 9 GT, right? EDZ 9 sales. These are naming conventions, guys. So I can remember with the naming conventions, table names. Otherwise, to by heart this, how many you will by heart, right? So you have to follow naming convention. You can easily remember that thing. See, I follow GT batch EDZ 9. My table is sales. So display. See, this is the table, right? Which I have created for you. See, this is the table which I have created. Yes, I remember. This is a table which I have created for the sales, right? So whenever I maintain, see, guys, I am getting in a message. Caution, the table is in a cross client. The table is in a cross client. So what exactly this? What is this concept? Okay, so now we are going into the next part. The next thing is, see, guys, so i- do you know anyone what exactly the SDLC? Do you know anyone? Maybe you might heard this word in the information technology IT subject. Huh? No, SDLC. Anyone? BTech? Huh? Yes. Everybody knows what is S.
Device
Okay.
logic, shifting device
Some.
logic.
Yes. Yes, Monica. Perfect.
Uh,
Software development life cycle, guys. So software development life cycle. Okay, what exactly it is? So okay, so whenever there is a project in any technology, guys, okay, not only in SAP, and we follow some life cycle. First one is the project preparation and blueprint. Okay, blueprint is the blueprint. uh, Realization. Here it will come development plus unit testing and configurations and customizations. Okay, then this is a project process stages, guys. So it's in a system integration testing, system integration testing, SIT, and we have UAT. Okay, user acceptance test, and we have, okay, uh, go live, and we have hyper care, or I can say warranty support. So these are all the different process we have in the any project methodology in the SDLC, software development life cycle. And in this, so project preparation. So what is the benefit if I do this project? So there are a lot of preparations and even the requirement gathering and a blueprint and requirement gathering and analysis. This comes in this phase, requirements gathering and analysis of the requirements. Then we are going to do a realization. Realization means actually we are going to do the developments, coding and customizations and configurations. And once you develop, you need to do your test, right? Unit testing, everything we do in the realization phase. Then you are, if you think as a developer, yeah, it's working fine, then we move it to the different systems and the landscape of the SAP system, guys. Not only landscape of SAP. So landscape in any company, they follow some kind of landscapes. So even in SAP also we have our own landscape system. So SAP landscape. So what exactly the SAP landscape? It's a system landscape, guys. I can say it's in a system landscapes. See, guys, whenever you implement in a project, definitely we have three environments. One is the development environment. Okay. So in the development environment, you are going to do the developments and you are going to do the customizations. And then we move to the quality system, QA. QA. So you know, right? The testing team. You might see in testing tools, right? Those people are going to do any testing in the quality environment, and the actual business will run in the production system, guys. So next one is the prod. So these are all the systems you can see in any company, guys. So first, all the developments will be done in the development. All the developments will done in the development, and so after we implement, we move it to the quality, and in the quality we are going to perform a testing, and once they tested and once it is working fine, then we are going to deploy into the production system, in the production where actually the real business will happen. In the development you will not be having things, guys. So from here, quality and production. See, I developed in a one program in development system. This is my program. Let's example one program, right? So this program I need to deploy from development system to the quality system. So tell me now, so what is the concept? With that concept, we can deploy our objects from one system to the another system. I told little bit, just I introduced that concept, but I didn't explain. Tell me, what is the concept with that? eh? No. Deploy the objects. Who is that? Yeah. So we are going to use, I told you, we saved the objects in the transport request, right? Every time. So that's the concept, guys. So the concept we call it's a transport request, guys. So I created a program. That program I am saving in the transport request, and I created a table. The table I am uh, storing in the transport request. The transport request is the SE10 is the transaction code. It's in a transport organizer, guys. So maybe the transport request. See, insert and the transport request. What exactly the transport request is? Uh, so before, I'm not good at art, guys, but I came into the teaching field. I become an artist. Okay, so in girls you call mugulu, right? So in the same way, so tell me what exactly it is. Huh? You have to assume something. Okay, yeah. Now maybe now you tell me what exactly it is. Huh? Truck. Perfect. Right? So exactly, guys. Transport request is in a truck here. It's an a carrier, object carrier, guys, and which is used to deploy your objects from one system to the another system. That's an a transport request. Transport request, guys. So now it's a carrier which carries your objects. It carries your program, it carries your table, it carries your data element, it carries your domain. Okay, so it's in a transport is in a carrier, it's in a container, object container, and which will with this we can move the data from one server to the other server. So that means so transport request is used to deploy the objects, guys. So that's a transport request. And mm, transport request is a object container. It's in a container which carries the development and uh, customizing objects, and is used to deploy them into the next environments like QA and production systems, guys. That's a transport request. That's a transport request, guys, which carries the development and customizing, and which is used to deploy them into the next environments, next level environments, next level environments. That's the transport request. That's a transport request, guys. So this is the transport request. The transaction code for the transport request is SC10. To display, we use the transport, and the transport organizer. Organizer is the transaction is the SE10 is the transaction code, guys. Lot of transactions are coming up, guys. I told, right? So around we have 400 to 600 transaction codes, but it's okay. Easily we can remember it. So development and quality and production system. This is my SAP landscape system. And what kind of activities we can do in the development? Development, yes, we can do the developments and unit testing, right? And customizations and configurations. So this kind of activities we can do in the development system, guys. These are all some of the activities. Okay, so this is my development system. Maybe in QA, what we can do it, guys? In QA box, we can do the testing. So in SDLC, what kind of testings we have? One is the SIT and another one is the UAT. SIT and UAT. SIT means stands for system integration testing, and normally this will be done by the testing people. And UAT, guys, actually, so who gives the project to you? The business user. He knows about the project, so they are doing some manual activities. If I do this automation, so what is the benefit to my company? All right, so if that project, who gives this project, business user will give the project, so you should test that functionality, whether the whatever you build, that that will suffice their business requirement or not. Okay, if it meet their business requirement, then they are going to approve your development, guys. So that exactly the user is nothing but is here is in a business user. So it's in a business user acceptance testing. So who will do this? Business users will do this, case. Business users will do this testing, and once they approve, once the UAT is approved, then we are going to deploy the objects, guys. So once it is approved, we deploy the objects into the into the production system. Then your project will go live. So then that day you will be happy, right? So whenever your product is deployed into production, then you will happy, guys. You will feel happy. And this process we call it's an a go live. Go live. And maybe, guys, whatever you build it, sometimes you may get small kind of bugs. You have to give the support or warranty to them. So yes, I build it, I'm going to fix it. Otherwise, if I involve other people, it takes a lot of time, right? So we are going to do support the warranty period. So there is a warranty 1 month. If any issues, you need to support. Okay, in the one time, what we will do, we will arrange in a KT sessions to the support team, and the support team is going to handle after the 1 month. That period we call it a hypercare or warranty period, or what I means I put an a hypercare or warranty support. Okay, same way, guys. So this is the iPhone which is manufactured by Apple. They will give a warranty for the 1 year. If any issues, they are going to resolve it. After 1 year, you need to pay the cost. The same way here also, we provided a warranty. Whatever we build the project, we provided a warranty support. So first 1 month I am going to give and a support to you. If any issues, I am going to fix it. Later, maybe we handle another projects. Next, that support team comes into the picture. So that's why there is two kinds of projects. One is the implementation project, another one is the support project. So this comes under the implementation process, guys. Whenever you implement the project, the SDLC process comes into the picture, guys. So you handle the uh, total SDLC, you are going to handle it, guys. So that's the name, software development lifecycle. We have in a project paper. It's a question, guys, even. So you might get this kind of questions. Project, what is SDLC, software development lifecycle? And you never know, guys, we will ask what question. And last time, one of my student got question. When he applied for the ABAP for 3 years, they ask, what is your education background? They ask, it's a computer science. So do you know C++? Do you know Java? So what is the difference between C++ and Java? Okay, but no problem. It's a rare kind of stuff. That kind of questions you may not answer those questions. But in ABAP, in project point of view, it's all must, guys. Every software engineer must know this kind of process. What is SDLC? What is system landscape, development, production, quality, and production? What is development? What is unit testing? And what is SIT, system integration testing? Who do the system integration testing? And what is the UAT? What is user acceptance test? What is go live? What is support? That kind of things. Yes, software, every software engineer must know. Every software engineer should know, guys. So that's an process. And here, guys, what exactly is to avoid, okay, now some load balancing on the servers. So we are going to divide. So here, guys, we have two kinds of testing. So testing people will do the SIT on the QA box, and the business users, they do also the testing on the QA box, right? But if the testing people, these people doesn't know much business functionality, they do the testing. I don't like the testers, because I call them testers as in a freeze. They will keep their mind in the freeze, guys. So they don't have any analytical skills, anything. They follow some steps. Okay, they will execute. That's it. So these people will destroy the, okay, business users data. Then business users are going to escalate it, guys. So they don't accept. So business are the very important, right? So to avoid that kind of situations, so we will give a clear separation to the data separation, guys. So with the clienting concept, I build in a one client to the SIT purpose. I build in a one client to the UAT purpose. So this testing people should do in the one box the data testing, and the business users will do the testing in another client. So I provide a clear separation of the data, guys. If you want to provide a clear separation of the data, we are going to use the concept called client concept. So maybe in the quality system, I see, guys. So whenever you log in, it is asking for the client. See, it is asking for the client. Which client do you need to log in? So that's exactly, this is the clienting concept, guys. Maybe I give the 200 client for the SIT purpose, and I give 300 client for the UAT purpose. So if the testing people want to do any testing, they go to the 200 client. They will give some, okay, Anmol, Okay, they will give their user ID and they log in, they will do the test. If it is a business user, maybe three business user from America, maybe he is the Frank. Okay, he is going to log in, he is going to do the testing in the 300 client case. Here, the data is separated from the clienting concept. So testing people will do in the 200, the business user will do the testing in the 300 client case. So that's a clienting concept. How you can separate the clienting data. So that's a client concept. So maybe sometimes I can do the developments in 100 client and unit testing in 200 client. Just I'm giving examples, guys. SIT in SIT in maybe 200, 300, and UIT in 400. So in production, guys, always in production we have only one client, guys. We don't have multiple clients. Maybe this is my 500 client. It's my production client, guys. Okay. So in development, I can have multiple clients. In quality, I can have multiple clients. But in the production, only one client we can have it, guys. So client provides a clear separation of the data from the customers. What is clienting concept? Client, it provides clear separation of the data from customers. Okay, so that is a clienting concept. How, what exactly the clienting and how you can enable the clienting is, see guys, so I am going to create a table. So maybe, so how can you separate the data? Maybe in one table I am going to store the data. In 200 it should get the 200 data, in 300 it should get the 300 data, guys. So if you want to get that kind of functionality, and see, I maintain it, the message here you can see the table is in a cross client, guys. So actually in development system I have two clients, not two clients, more clients. Maybe I go to the SEC4. So we have different clients, guys. We are using for the development purpose, we are using 800 client, guys. Maybe I can change. Okay. So this client is, okay, no, sorry, control Z. This client I use only for the development purpose. Is it there? Development, client role, training and education, test, customizing, production. Maybe I can use customizing, save it. Okay, okay. Come back. A10, maybe I use this for the test purpose. See? And 811 I use for the production purpose. So we have the different clients. Suppose, so I have a table. This table is in a cross client, guys. So last table, when I maintain the data SM30. So the data is, when I maintain the data, it is asking the table is in a cross client. Okay, what is the meaning of cross client? What is the meaning of cross client? So see guys, the data is available here. See, so maybe I go to the 810 now. Go to the 810. So we have an 810 as well, and SAP user. The user is same, but the client I am changing it. The login, the client I have changed it. Password is INDIA 1234. Okay, too many failed attempts. So someone did failed attempts, and SAP user. Okay, I have one more user ID, admin user ID admin 06071992. Okay, spelling 06. ID admin. Okay, ID, yes. Okay, I can work like an administrator. Oh, You are not authorized to use transaction SU01, is it? Who changed this here? Okay, my user ID is SAP user, and I am going to change the password, guys. So I changed the password. Now I go to the SAP ECC, and no problem, guys. You will come to know. Wait for some time. SAP user, and okay. Even I need to unlock it. The user ID is locked. Okay, SU01. It is locked, guys. Too many failed attempts, and see, locked due to incorrect logon attempts. You need to unlock it. Okay, now go to here and SAP user and WLCOME. Yes, guys, it's working fine. The password is welcome123, guys. Plain, no upper and small, all lower cases. Welcome123 for the 810. Okay, so the password is for the 810 client. User ID is same 810. Password is welcome123. Don't do any uh, failed attempts here. Okay, welcome123. This is the password for the 810. And I go to the 810. Maybe I go to the SM30, guys, and I give the table and maintain. And see, guys, you can see the data in both the places. In 810, you see the same data. In 800 also, you see the same data. Right? So 100, 108, 100 and 108, guys. So that means if you maintain the data in one client, the data will be available in another client as well. The data will be available in another client as well. Even in another client also, I can change it. Even I can change it. But I need to restrict the data for the specific client. If you want to restrict the data for the specific client, so here the concept we call it's a name. So the next concept is client dependent and client independent case. So first we talk about client independent. So it's nothing but it's in a cross client, guys. It's nothing but it's in a cross client. Okay, client independent. If the first field, if the data element of the first field not equal to MANDT, then it is a client independent table. What exactly means client independence means the data which we maintained in one client will be available in all other clients in the system, in the same system, in the same system, the same system or same server, in the same server. So what is my question? What is my client definition, guys? Client independent or cross client. So if the data element of the first field of a table right? Maybe it's in a first fields where you will see in table only of a table, and which is equal, which is not equal to the MEI and DT. Then it is in a client independent table or in a cross client. So what exactly, what is the fundamentals? What is the function of the client independent is? So the data which you maintained in one client, I maintained the data in 800 client that is available in another client as well, in 810 as well. You have seen the data, but I have one more concept called, now reverse it. Tell me what is the next concept? Client dependent. Yes. Take out independent. Okay. It's not a cross client. If the data element of the first field of a table, okay, which is equal to MEI and DT, then it is in a client dependent table. Okay, guys. The data which we maintained in one client will not be available, in other clients, guys, in the same server. See, simple difference. Client dependent and independent. If it is an independent cross client means it will available in all the clients, the data. But if it is a dependent, see the word dependent means the data will be available in that particular client, but the same data will not be available in another clients, guys. So maybe what I can do is, now I'm going to see, guys, this is a table. So go to the table first, C11, and take this table, Control V, and change. So see, guys, what is my definition? If the data element of the first field, if the this is my first field, the data element is ZDESO order, which is not equal to MEI and DT. Is it MEI and DT? No. Then it is a client independent table or cross client. That is the reason whenever I maintain the data SM30, it is saying this table is in a cross client. Why? Because it's in a client independent table. The data is available in, suppose I maintain the data in 800 client, right? So all the data I maintain in the 800 client. So if I go to 810, so the data is available. Actually, the data is available in the, see, the in the 810 client, in the status bar you can see this is an 810 client. Even I can see the same data. But whenever the first field equal to the MEI and DT, if the first field data element equal to the MEI and DT, if I maintain the data in 800, the data is available in 800, but the data is not available in the 810 client, guys. So just I do a trick here. Come back. I am going to copy this. I make this table as a dependent table, guys. Client dependent, C dependent table. Okay. Okay. And okay. And save. Guys, I'm going to save in the transport request. So transport for data dictionary. See, this is the transport request. This I will use to deploy my object table into the next level environment, quality environment, guys. So that's my transport request. It's an object container. With this, we can deploy the objects from one system to the another system. The transaction code is the SE10, guys. So change the table. And guys, I'm going to insert a field. My field is MEI and DT. Maybe I can say, I can maintain anything. Field is client, and my data element is MEI and DT, guys, for the client. See, this is my clienting concept. So I put in a first field client, the data element which is equal to the MEI and DT. Then it's in a client dependent table. Then it is in a which is equal to the mandate MEI and DT. It is in a client dependent table. Okay, client dependent table, and technical settings also copied from the last program. Yes, come back and activate the program. Sorry, activate the table. I have activated the table. Whenever you activate the table will be activated in the database level, right? So a DDL will be executed. The DDL which will execute over there, and I'm going to maintain a table maintenance generator. Yes, guys, and authorization, no authorization. Give the same name as in a table maintenance generator, and one step and 1 and create the table maintenance generator and save it multiple times. It will ask us, don't panic, and ask, do this, save, okay, save, okay, until you see the message over here. So now it is generating a program in the background. It is generating a screen for your table fields in the background. So we will wait until that, and maybe parallelly what I can do is, this is the next clienting concept, and SAP landscape client and transport request the transaction SE10. Okay, and software development life cycle, and guys, and I will introduce parallelly one more concept called structures and table types. We have next data dictionary concept called structures, and another one is the table types.
So we can't hear you. So we can't hear you.